So let's backtrack on helping other countries within this context. There are some developing countries whose people really are still don't have enough food to eat. So, for example, if I'm hungry, I'm not thinking, oh, I want internet access or I want to, renew my driver's license or what have you. I need to eat for survival. So my mentality isn't even ready or there yet. So how can pioneering countries like Bahrain, etc. How can these countries help less fortunate countries at least to really tap into those essential Millennium Development Goals to be able to focus on education, and the others?
I'll give you an example about Bahrain before going to the poor countries. I thought when we announced our program that as you mentioned, people in the villages or less educated or elderly people are not going to be interested very much about the program. That was my perception. And, we had, of course, the marketing is very important. We market our program extensively throughout the year. I mean, every day there are, outdoors and marketing materials outside. So I was wondering, what is the impression of the citizens about the program? Then we run a radio program to receive the opinions of the people about the program. And I was listening to that. It surprised me. An elder person, I think something 70 plus, he was talking very positively about the e-government program and about the services. And I was saying, okay, he might, just for the sake of, complementing the program. He's not very precise about what he's saying. Then he started explaining that he was with the government program since the beginning, and it made his life simpler. He don't have to line up, and he has more time, quality time. And I said, okay, maybe he heard it from somewhere. Then he said, I in fact know about the URL, the previous URL that's been changed in 2007. And he was mentioning detailed things that surprised me. And the same thing with the clearance agents. I heard very positive comments about them, and people coming from the villages and from these areas. So it shows that the people, regardless of the education, if you give them a quality service, that's in fact, it's money, because you will save their time, their money. They don't have to travel. Less educated people, they don't know how to do their services. But if you tell them, I mean, if it's very simple on the mobile or on the portal, then they can do more with less time. The other thing is about, I think, if we educate people about the technology and give them the capacity, that means they can have a better income. So it will help them for the poverty and to eat. It's beyond the basics.
The Kingdom of Bahrain was awarded 3 prestigious awards from the United Nations in Barcelona, Spain. Tell us about some of the technological advancements in allowing the government, the Kingdom, to receive that. And what are some of the investments currently taking place within and, of course, outside of Bahrain?
About the awards, it was part of our objectives to receive 2 international awards, and fortunately we received many local, regional and international awards in the past 3 years. The most prestigious and important one, of course, was the advancement or improve into the e-readiness report from 42nd to 13th worldwide. That was, the biggest jump anybody did in the top 50 countries. So we received an award there. The second award was for the portal and the transparency category and accountability for the government, the first place award. And the third one in the enterprise architecture, which is the difficult piece in the government, integrating ministries and having standards, national-wide standards for the government. What was your second?
And just the investments. What are some of the investments taking place in the Kingdom of Bahrain?
The investments, of course, the Economic Development Board is focusing into that, and we managed to get many investors to Bahrain, and our aim to become a business-friendly environment. So attracting businesses, and this is why we are focusing, for example, about the e-investor project that we are trying to implement to attract more and more investors to Bahrain. About the investments in particular into ICT, the e-government authority try to bring the key investors into this area, and we managed to get more than 10 international companies to Bahrain in the past 2 years, although it's not part of our mandate, let's say, but it's important for me. If I would like all the ministries to be ready for the government and be ready for the new technologies, I need to have the capacity in the island. I need to have the international companies with the capacity, with the competencies to be available in the country. So it's very important to attract the investors, the best solutions into the market. So what we do in each and every area, for example, contact center or being into infrastructure or networking, we attract the best international player to come to Bahrain, to partner, give us the solution, and to open an office into the country. So in the future, when we need the support, we can have it close by.
It creates a dynamic synergy. I have one final question for you before we wrap up. What can we expect from the Kingdom of Bahrain in the upcoming Millennium Development Goals Summit here in New York City at the United Nations?
We offered all kinds of help and support to the program, being resources. We put a lot of resources and people to help, offering our tools and advancements into the technology to the program. We are going to create a model, country model into the enabler to fill the Bahrain information and help other countries to use it. Part of it, of course, the most important one was the capacity building center for the African countries and Arab region countries. And we are trying now to help the African countries because I think they are the most needy countries for the MDGs. We are going to work closely with the African Union to establish that program and to help the African countries.
Wonderful. Mohammed, thank you so much for being here, and really look forward to seeing you again. And thank you for the enlightenment on what's happening with e-government authority and what to expect during the summit upcoming here in New York City. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We'll see you soon on South South News.